Welcome back, YouTube, to another episode of the Gay Safe Space. I am Pierre. This is
Kerry.
And we are here with another episode for y'all. And This episode is basically about being on social media and being in a relationship. That's one thing that a lot of people ask us. How does it work? How do we handle it? How do we communicate with each other about, our separate, social media platforms that we all have and our couples one that we have. So, yeah.
And of course, guys, if this is your first time here, first thing you gotta do is hit that subscribe button, hit that like, share it with your friends, and go check out the videos you missed. I promise you, you're gonna enjoy them.
Yes.
Right, so to kick things off,
before we do that, y'all make sure y'all follow our fitness page, the Fit Safe Space. Check it out. All our fitness events are there, and it's awesome. But
right, and Kerry and Pierre on every platform, TikTok, IG, all that stuff.
All that shit.
But we said that, so let's get into it.
We just have a few questions, and we're just gonna talk. We're gonna go back and forth and have that conversation, basically letting y'all into our relationship and how we, maneuver through this new day and age of social media. Now, the first question I have is, did we find each other online or in person?
A bit of both.
A little bit of both. We've answered this question before.
We have answered this question
before. Way at the beginning.
We've answered this question a few times because it comes up a lot.
It comes up a lot.
How did we meet? Ideally, we met via social media. How about that?
Social media will do it.
Alright, so just like social media breaks some relationships, it also makes some relationships.
Yes.
And in our case, that's what it was. We first interacted on the Jacked app. That didn't really go anywhere. We ran into each other at the gym, and that formed.
That's where the spark came. Boom! It was ready to go.
Right, so that is kind of how we kicked it off and how we started.
So it is true. You can find your love off Jacked or Grindr or whatever, Plenty of Fish. I don't know if that's still around.
Yeah, that's what straight people.
I was on both of them things.
Yeah, so definitely it's possible, it all depends on what you're putting out in the universe.
Yes.
I've met a lot of trash people in person. I've met a lot of trash people online. It goes back to the conversation we keep having. If you're a good person, you're a good person. If you're trash, doesn't matter where you're at, trash is trash, no matter where it's at. So, does it matter to you how your partner carry themselves in a relationship? Do you think that someone should switch who they are, being single versus being in a relationship?
Yeah.
And how they, like, the type of stuff they put.
They don't have to. Like, you can still be the same person you were when you got, but I do believe in evolution. I do believe in evolving. I only can speak for myself. I don't want to be doing and posting the same stuff I was posting 5 years ago. Now.
You should be doing different stuff.
Well, some people don't. But some people still do the same stuff. But yes, to answer your question, I feel like it should change, but not in the sense of now that you're in a relationship, you can't have this or you can't do this. I just feel like you should evolve with time, I don't want to be doing the same thing I'm doing now.
Okay.
10 years from now on social media. I'm proud of what I'm doing now, but I just want to continue to grow and get better. That's like what I really want to work on myself. But that's just me.
I personally believe it should be a case-by-case basis. Because, let's take for instance, you and your partner are into the same thing. Let's say you all like taking pictures in your bathroom, and that's something you all both do. What's to stop you from keep doing it when you're in your relationship?
Period.
What's to stop you at the end of the day if you all like it and if your partner is okay with whatever you do? Like Nicki Minaj has said before you got with Nicki Minaj, you know who was Nicki Minaj, and you saw her ass on the internet and you knew what she was about. So why do you think now that you got with her, she's gonna change for you? Who are you?
Period. And that's one thing I like about both of us, because we both could have different views, or we can be looking at it in a different perspective, but we still can respect each other's opinion. Like, I personally feel like I get what you're saying.
I like pictures in the mirror.
No, and don't get me wrong, I like it. You go to my page right now, you can see some. But the shit that I was posting 10 years ago, my dick was out on social media.
He stayed with a dick print.
Exactly. So going back to what I said earlier about me evolving and growing, I'm not gonna have a dick pic on social media now.
So do you credit the evolution to the relationship?
Both. The relationship, of course, but just me growing as an individual and a person. If I wasn't in a relationship, I don't feel like at this stage in my life I would be posting my dick on social or my dick print on social media.
I disagree.
So next question, let me do it. Can your partner like or leave heart emojis under someone else's Instagram? I wouldn't get mad if that's what my partner is doing. If KJ decides if one of his close friends or something, or even, if it's a fire ass picture, if that's what he wants to post, he can post that. Now, me personally, I'm not gonna be hearting nobody or sending you hearts or sending you the smiley face with the heart emoji, but I will send you some fire emojis. You send some shit, or I see some shit I like, because I'm not dead. And me and KJ are cool like that, he can like some shit, I can like some shit. It is what it is. We're not dead.
Right. I mean, again, it's not something that could be set in stone for me. Because to me, it all really depends on who the person is and what is the relationship you have with them. I put hearts under some of my friends' photos and people I'm extremely close with. It doesn't mean anything.
Like I said earlier.
It does mean something, but again, because of the connection and because of the rapport and because of what this person means to me in my life, you deserve some hearts on a picture if I think it's nice.
You do.
I definitely do distribute more fire emojis than anything, but again, case by case. For me, I do not necessarily see a problem with it. But again, it depends on the context in which it's used. If it's somebody that's been flirting with you or sending you nudes or whatever, and you up under there all lovey-dovey, I mean, baby, who's the baby? What is your view on nudes? Now, social media has become the place for nudes, okay? Twitter is the go-to porn site. Tumblr decided to pull all that shit on
with no effort.
And we migrated with no effort, no issue. Tumblr was down today, Twitter was up the next.
With no effort.
And we kept it moving. What is your view on nudes as far as sending nudes or receiving nudes while in a relationship?
Yeah, I mean, my view, of course, I'm not sending nobody shit. Let's be clear. Look for it, you ain't gonna find it. Unless it was before him. But far as receiving, I don't mind. I mean, if I receive a nude from somebody, okay, it's a nude. They're gonna come. It is what it is, and he's gonna get them too. It just depends. Everything depends on what the reply is. I feel like if I get a fire, nude, I'm gonna tell him to behave himself, but he just might get a fire emoji. But I'm gonna say, I'm gonna need you to behave. You know what time it is. I got a man now. And then I'm gonna show bae, and that's gonna be that. But if they are persistent, with continuously sending and trying to have conversations, then that's when
they're not having no conversation and all they do is just send nudes.
Then
I inspire nudes and you like what you see and you just get it and you look at it and it does what it does in the moment and that'd be that.
I don't know, because if it's consistent and you at the point where this person, because now it's consistent to the point where it's multiple times, this person is in a relationship, then, and I'm only speaking for me, if somebody's gonna do that, then I'm gonna block you. And that's just me. Just because now at this point, you've been my friend and you're following me. So you know I got a man because I post them, but you're consistently sending me nudes. So now you're disrespecting me. I feel like you're disrespecting me and you were disrespecting my relationship. So you getting blocked.
What I would say is this. It comes down to you. There are couples. The more couples I meet, is the more I realize y'all just open. I'm not saying this in a bad way. Like, I do not think there's anything at all wrong with that. You get to decide and define what's right for you, what you want in your life.
Right.
And if an open relationship is what is it works for you, why the hell not?
Do it, child. Live your life.
Right? But you get to define that with your partner. Y'all may be cool with nudes. Y'all may be cool with receiving, sending, looking at it, whatever. If that's the line that it is, and you're not finna cross, meeting up or doing anything, is getting a nude, that's it. If you decide that as the line, cool. If you decide not, like some couples decide, okay, we'll only receive, but we're not gonna send. Some is like, okay, we're gonna do both. Some is like, we don't want any at all. Right? So it all depends on you. And that being said, you see, where you think automatically someone go to your page and they see you have a man and that should be... Right, why should it be a restraint? The restraint shouldn't come from me as the outsider. The restraint should come from you. So you having a man have nothing to do with me. Especially, as I said, where a lot of people have men and they're in relationships in this culture, but they still for everybody.
How do you guys deal with people hitting on you guys? So what would be your response?
My response is controversial simply because it all depends on who it is. My response varies based on who it is.
Alright, so 2 examples. So one is a friend hitting on you. One is somebody you've been following for years. Y'all have had a few conversations here and there.
Right.
So two different people, 2 different situations. What would be the reply?
As far as the friend goes, I mean, I've never been one to mess with friends. Like,
so how would you reply?
I'm like, child, you better go sit somewhere. What the hell do you mean? Like,
Kerry. Alright, so how would you reply to a friend? Or someone
else who's not a friend, who's like a follower?
Yeah.
It depends on who it is. In the sense of whether I give a harsh response or whether I let them down nicely. That's what I mean. In the sense of, okay, for example, people that we have met mutually, right? Who have then tried to follow up with like maybe a threesome or something to that effect. If I think, we're somewhat cool with a person and whatever, I just like brush it off and just let it slide, just whatever. We're not finna do that. Just, shut it down, but I'm not gonna like make you feel any type of way about it.
And I guess as far as like with me, if they are like a friend, because we do have some friends that hit on us, or hit on us separately, hit on us together. It happens, but like if they try to be on like that sneak tip kind of shit where they may message me, then I just tell them to behave and keep it moving. That's it. Hit them with that child's play word.
That's a default response.
That is my word. Y'all, that will work. If you tell somebody that I'm gonna need you to behave, you talk to them like that, real stern, they'll leave you alone. As far as people that I don't know,
same thing, behave.
Yeah, I mean, behave. And if it's a consistent kind of a thing, then
you gotta go.
Blockiana.
So, have you ever checked my DMs?
No.
Have you ever checked my DMs?
No, I ain't checking those things because you can misconstrue some shit. I might read some shit wrong. I don't want to check your DMs. That's an invasion of privacy. Point blank and period.
Do you think I've ever checked your DMs?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Have you?
No.
It's a long dramatic pause. So that was your question. So the next question is, do you feel like it's important to know your partner's password on their phone and location? If so, why?
For me, I've always asked myself how much trust is too much trust, and to what extent do you extend yourself like that? Sharing locations for me has never really been a thing. I share locations with my best friend and my family, my sister. That's it. I've never really shared locations with a boyfriend I've dated unless he had cheated. And that was his way of trying to be some sort of reconciling agent. I don't know. That was a way of reconciling what we had, but we never did because, I mean, once you break trust, you break it. Ain't no amount of location gonna fix that. Right? Passwords, I think once you're with someone, you naturally will just know their password.
Right. Yeah, we know each other's password.
Because I mean, you're always with me. You're gonna put it in. I'ma see you put it in a million times. I know what it is, and that's why I think it's the stupidest thing when dudes be dating people and they think their password all great and they are, bro, we gonna find it in your phone. Stop playing in our faces. Cause we know that shit. Like I've always known everybody I've dated password from like the first month. Because I pay attention. Not that I'm lurking to find it, but I mean it's kind of not possible unless you really just like always.
Right.
And if your daughter don't want you because what you hiding?
Right. And with me, I feel like far as passwords, it just naturally I ended up getting his because I would be going showing him something or something. His phone would be the one that would be right there. I'm like, what's your password, child? Come on, what's the password so I can get up in here and show you whatever I'm showing you right on the couch.
Look,
or he give me the phone to show him something.
Right.
It's never an instance where it's me trying to search for something because I don't go through text, I don't go through DMs, I don't do none of that shit.
I don't delete nothing, so
me either.
Again, I ain't got the time.
Nor the patience,
time to sit and play fucking custodian.
Right. and you know, gays are really messy. I personally, a lot of gays can be. I personally feel like a lot of them can be preying on your downfall. So I have to be real careful in this age of social media on what I say. I'm real careful on what I say because people can misconstrue.
Tighten up because
you're a little nicer than me, so I'm glad you did.
Not just that, but I'm a natural flirt, so it's just part of my personality. Like, I would naturally just let people know what I think about, you know, how they look or how I feel regarding an interaction or whatever. And in a lot of cases, it could be flirtatious, it could be borderline sexual. And, you know, it just takes one person misconstruing a conversation to try and blow your little world up.
I'm glad you realized that.
So I've definitely cleaned up a lot of my interactions online.
That's good. As far as me, I don't play them games. I kind of feel like I knew what it was coming into this, being out and open and in a relationship, how dealing with niggas from previous relationships running around being in the streets.
Right.
I kind of knew. I know how it goes. So with social media, that's real easy. I know how I carry myself. You ain't gonna find nothing on me saying anything to nobody. I don't know social media. So the next question is it okay for your partner to view porn on Twitter? How do you feel about that?
So, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't care. I mean, we watch porn together, so, you know, that's something we do.
I love
he
porn.
watches porn a lot. I feel like he watches porn maybe a little bit more than me.
What about exes on social media? Do you think having your ex and communicating with your ex on social media is disrespectful to your relationship? Especially, you know, there's some exes that just never really goes away. And I've met people who's in relationship and the ex is still right there along, straddling along. Are we friends now?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like y'all can still be friends on social media. I follow my ex on Snapchat. KJ follows his. We both follow one of your exes. They cool people. Yeah, they cool. I mean, you know, they figured it out that, you know, I ain't going nowhere. My exes they've been new. You ain't going nowhere. So, yeah, it is what it is. They're there. They know their place, and we know ours. So it never crosses or anything like that.
Right. Fair enough.
But yeah, that's how I feel. What about? Well, I guess you kind of answered.
I mean, yeah, because like for me, I don't care about it because the past is the past.
Past, accept your past.
Right? Once you understand that that's what it is and it does not in any way affect your current situation and what you're trying to build for the future, shit. Have at it. If however they slide in on your messages still trying to get that man to rekindle whatever y'all had, then we have a problem. Then we have a problem.
Balakiana.
Outside of that, shit. Come see how happy we is over here.
But y'all, other than that, that's really pretty much all we got. But yeah, other than that, guys, if you like this video and want more content like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell us some
of your opinions on these topics. Like, what is your view on the role social media should play in a relationship, considering we're in that age. We're in the social media age. Everything is online. TikTok is popping. And you know, that is, I mean, a lot of you guys, YouTube is social media too.
Yes.
Right? It's not as fast and the algorithm is different from like Twitter or TikTok or Instagram, but ideally it's the same thing.
It is.
Right? So, a lot of you guys have found us on social media, so share your view with us as to what you think on the role it should play.
Alright, well, other than that, y'all, peace, love, and happiness.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Talk to y'all later.